Local state versus remote state. Terraform keeps a memory, not of files, not of intentions, but of identity. State is the record that answers one question: what real object does this block already correspond to? Without state, Terraform cannot know whether something is new, changed, or already real. State is not a cache. It is not an optimization. It is a source of identity truth. Each resource block points to exactly one tracked object. That relationship lives in state. If identity is stable, Terraform can reason safely. If identity is lost, Terraform must assume replacement. Terraform supports different locations for state: local state, remote state. This is not about storage convenience. It is about who shares identity knowledge. The location of state determines who can see reality and who cannot. Within local states, identity knowledge lives on one machine. Only the holder of the file knows what exists. Two people can hold the same code, but they do not hold the same reality. Two state files, two histories, two equally confident truths. Terraform does not reconcile belief. It trusts the state it can see. This block declares intent, but identity is not here. The link between this block and the real object exists only inside the state file. If that file disappears, this block becomes unbound. Terraform sees intent without history. Local state works best when one actor controls change. The risk is not corruption. The risk is parallel belief. Terraform does not detect human coordination failures. It only evaluates identity consistency within the file it was given. Remote state moves identity out of the individual machine. It becomes shared memory, not shared configuration, shared truths. One state, one identity graph, one agreed upon reality. Terraform itself does not change, visibility does. This code does not change when state becomes remote. The resource block is identical. What changes is where identity is remembered. Remote state adds no new intent. It removes ambiguity. Shared identity introduces a new risk: simultaneous decisions. Remote state systems often add locking, not to protect the data, but to protect the integrity of the timeline. Only one identity mutation is allowed to exist at a time. Remote state does not teach collaboration. It enforces consistency. It does not prevent bad intent. It does not resolve design disagreement. It only ensures Terraform never reasons from competing histories. Local state is private memory. Remote state is shared memory. Both track identity, neither defines intent. Terraform does not care where state lives. It only cares that identity is singular, stable, and visible. In a future lesson, we will examine state locking failures, not as errors, but as signals that the identity pipeline has been threatened.